My name is Jeff, and an atmosphere of absurdity reigned. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my cuz-host.
I'm Leslie, and I'm cold, I'm cranky.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, does my hat make you want to do drugs? Do you feel like
Makes me
you're
wanna fight!
gonna fight and do drugs? I don't have a Rolling Stones hat, Cheesemeisters, but I do have a 1995 Monster Tour era REM hat. It's the best I could do. Um, Even though I've been to see the Stones twice, never bought a hat. So,
Wow.
mhm. This is the
Concerts
episode
you've
where
been
I
to.
brag about the concerts I've gone to.
Do it.
Um, that's right. Let me say this. That would have been Not Fade Away by the Rolling Stones. That's the first song they played at the beginning of the concert. Just kidding. That would have been Hold On by Jamie Walters because he played it in the Rose Bowl.
That's all he fucking plays!
I love that it's like, look, we've got this episode that's all about the Rolling Stones. Can we please have Jamie Walters play in this episode? Because it's not enough great music. We need greater music. And so they gave Jamie Walters a moment to shine. So, but if you were Ray Pruitt and you had like a whole bunch of songs written mostly about Donna who won't sleep with you, and you didn't have a place to play them because like literally the only audiences you can get are at a frat full of Latin speaking assholes where you are playing the worms crawl in, the worms crawl, like the only place you have to play your songs that aren't to Rocky 2 from the back of your truck. And you've got this chance to get up on stage in the Rose Bowl. It's empty, but whatever. Um, you're not going to play your greatest soon to be hit. Hold on.
No, I get it. I really hope we get to hear another one of his songs.
He's played a few different ones, but you haven't heard most of them because of the
This
TV edit
is
thing.
this is not anywhere near that thing you do, where I can listen to that all the time.
No, but the thing is, like, he's played, like, 6 or 7 different songs, but you just
Oh,
haven't heard them because they get dropped out of your episodes.
damn.
And this one, when you cut the music out of this one, you cut out about 12 minutes. So,
This
you
is a
gotta watch it
lot.
with the music. Yeah. And this episode, Cheese Meisters, is season 5, episode 12, Rock of Ages. Original air date November 23rd, 1994. Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something?
I wanted to throw something during the confrontational group therapy scenes.
Yeah, that's how they used to do it in the '60s, you know?
Okay, if anyone says that about anything, probably not something I want to be a part of unless it's fashion.
Well, I don't know, a lot of good music.
Oh,
Um,
fashion or music,
mhm,
but like if we're if we're talking about, oh yeah, this is how they used to do theater classes or teach theater in the 60s.
right, sure. Um, you know what that reminded me of though is the beginning of Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, where they had
But
like
that
that
was so
whole like
gentle.
yeah, but it was so much sobbing. Like, I mean, it's a way they used to do therapy in the '60s, you know?
Then
Just a
then
different
this
kind.
then this is a great hint that things in the 60s are not going to work the same in the 90s,
No,
like
um,
Woodstock.
how much do you know about primal scream therapy? John and Yoko did it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, John and Yoko did it, like, right after the Beatles broke up, and it basically is like you're just in a padded room, whatever, like, just a room, and you just are screaming the things that, like, you need to like, John's song "Mother" is basically primal scream therapy,
Mm.
off of the Plastic Ono Band album. So, like, I guess there's a number of ways you could go with this is just like they used to do therapy in the '60s, and all of them are a little bit, I don't know.
And you know what? I was judgmental and now I'm like, to each their own. Everyone has different needs. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully some of that stuff worked for people, I don't know. Um,
I've gone to break bars where you buy shit
oh,
to break and
mhm,
cannot
yeah,
endorse it enough.
yeah. Sometimes you just got to scream into a pillow or into the void.
I
Whatever it
think a
is.
primal scream did come out of me that night.
Probably, yeah. Um, it's a good way to shred your vocal cords if you're not careful. Don't do it when you got to go caroling the next day.
No. No, I was very careful, but all the same, like, yeah,
You have to, you have to primal scream from your diaphragm.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's a whole other lesson, on screaming safely, and that is not what you're here for, Cheesemeisters, but it can be
it's what
done.
everybody's always here for everything. Um, yeah. So I don't know. What'd you think about Charlie?
My god, he was
Charlie was a lot.
obnoxious. He was a
So
lot,
much.
and, like, the first time through, he was making my blood boil. The second time through, I had to remind myself, like, this is a person in recovery, like,
Right.
doesn't mean you can get away with whatever,
Hmm.
but aggravating and like, okay, I just couldn't be in a room with you. I'd be like, you need
Right.
to put me like, if anything, I got more mad at the counselor for like
Sure.
not intervening more and being like, you are disrupting the process. No one else is getting to talk. This
But
is
I think maybe that was the process. That whole, because it was like aggressive confrontational therapy or whatever Dylan called it. Like maybe Charlie doing that is how it's supposed to go, which sounds awful.
yeah, it much like immersive theater, it would not be for me.
Yeah, not my jam, man. Um so let's see what happens in this episode that's not just Charlie being mad about baseball hats. Um Brandon is studying for something. I don't
Everyone's
know.
studying midterms.
Yeah, midterms are coming up. Even Cindy's studying. Remember, she goes to school. Um, and remember, they're trying to have a baby. These
Maybe?
are just these are just things that have been thrown out there that I look. I spoilers. They're not gonna have another baby. I don't. It's just like it's like they forget that they started this story. So I'm just kind of interested in watching it peter out. Um, because I don't think that there's an episode where Cindy's like, "Ha, I'm barren." Um,
Oh my god.
like I don't think that her insides are a rocky place where his seed could find no purchase, but
It's I'm going through the change.
that's right. So but I feel like there's just like a thing they forget that they talked about. And oh, never mind, not doing that anymore. But they are still trying to bone in the living room, and Valerie once again cock block Jones.
Yep.
It's rude. But we're getting ahead of ourselves because Brandon is studying. It's midterm time, and he's interrupted rudely by Jim playing the Rolling Stones, SpawnCon, from the stereo in the living room that we did not know they had. I believe the last time they played any music in the living room, it was for the stripper um, when
And she
Andrea
brought
came
her own
over,
music.
and she brought her own music. Yeah. Um, uh, yeah. The Color Me Bad episode, everybody. Go back and
Things to
listen
do
to
on
it.
a rainy day.
That's right. It's such a good one. Um, but they have a stereo system and it kicks because Jim has got the volume up to 11 and everybody comes in is like, Jim knows rock and roll. And Jim is like, hell yeah, I do. Let It Bleed album is for me, baby. And that's my chick. And Jim's a total weirdo in his own living room. But he's got the hookup. Stones are coming to town, and he's one of his clients does like the merchandising for the Voodoo Lounge tour. Did you know that it was called the Voodoo Lounge tour? It was
I mean, I heard them
repeatedly,
say it, but
multiple times. Yeah, the 1994 Rolling Stones tour was called the Voodoo Lounge tour. I did
after the
not see them
album.
on this tour. Yeah, so I mean, this whole episode is such an interesting experiment in corporate synergy and and leveraging one fan base to try to get another. Uh
Yeah.
And like it's super blatant. And so like at the time I thought this is fucking stupid. Like this episode is just ridiculous. And
Yeah.
it is. Like the number of ways you can get into a concert without having to pay is staggering, and we're going to talk about it. But watching it this time, I was like, this kind of fun. Like this whole Rolling Stones thing is real stupid, but it's kind of fun. And uh it is a technical marvel, kind of, that they were able to do this.
Mm.
Like I've heard them talk about it. I've heard Chuck and Larry talk about this. And by the way, shouts to Larry Mullen, who plays the roadie, the one who
Oh,
shoos
okay.
Ray off the stage. That's Larry Mullen. Yeah. Um, I like it.
Great acting.
Yeah, well, he meant it. Get off the stage, knucklehead. It's not your shoe. Um, but like I've heard them talk about how they almost had to do the scenes with the actors guerrilla style in the middle of the concert,
Yeah.
like because they couldn't disrupt the concert, but all of it was done at a live show. So they would get like, okay, we have like a minute, go. And it's like they can turn the lights on Andrea and Brandon while they're dancing to their and do their part. And like they just had to just grab it around while a live concert is going on and still get like the concert footage to use.
Yeah.
Like it's super impressive what they pulled off here, even if it is in the service of capitalism.
Yeah. I could get into that. I won't though. You know, it was fun. It was ridiculous and silly. And
Yeah,
you know, looked chaotic.
it did. But I think that the cast had fun.
Oh, they
Like,
looked like they were having so much fun.
yeah, like this is crazy. Like sometimes crazy can be like, oh, like can we just do what we normally do? This makes me tired.
Yeah.
Um, but something like this, it seems like they were kind of jazzed to do it. So, um, yeah, and that's what happens in this episode, Cheese Meisters. There's three things. There's a Rolling Stones concert that everybody gets into for free, except for Dylan because he's in rehab and Valerie because she's studying. Um, Dylan is in rehab and goes to his first group session, and there's some Dylan related things that happen. He meets with Nat, he signs off on some stuff. We'll talk about it. And Brandon's the challenge from Alex Diaz and Janice for his presidency comes to a head. And he hires the best lawyer he knows, the only lawyer he knows, law student, Jesse. But Alex is, impressed because he hired somebody brown. So
Yeah.
um
Alex
shout
is all about the DEI. Well done, Brandon.
yeah, shouts to Alex for pointing out Brandon's minority hire practices. He's not wrong.
He's ahead of the curve. He knew what was coming.
Yeah, he's Alex. I mean, Alex Diaz is kind of a dick, but something about that denim jacket, man, it just puts him on the right side of history. Um,
I don't really get the whole I feel like their fight against him to be president is shaky at
uh-huh.
best. Um
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
cuz
power grab. It's a power grab for campus leadership. Like, I don't know why Brandon wants this job. All he's had is headaches. He had the butcher hanging out that he had to serve a subpoena to. And then he had fucking Roland Turner and the whole kosher pickle last week. Like, there's nothing but headaches, this job.
I mean, he
And
seemed like he didn't even want it from the get-go, and then when Josh died, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why he is fighting so hard to keep it other than what Brandon may dislike more than injustice is people and also people trying to force him to do something, is people trying to take something away from him.
yeah. But I also don't know why Alex and Janice want the job. Like, haven't you been paying attention the last 4 months? This place is a mess. Like, and you want to rule it? That's a
Yeah.
terrible plan, but they do. And Brandon's thing is like gonna be on Friday, but now it's tonight, and oh no, I can't go to the Rolling Stones concert if I don't am not victorious in court. And
Skip court, go to the concert.
yeah, it's like let him take your job. Like, come on.
No shit. This is going to be meaningless in the long run. This is not
I
like
know.
high school where having extracurriculars and shit looks good on your application.
Yeah, I just he needs to be involved in politics for there to be stories about the butcher and Roland Turner. How are you going to tell that Roland Turner story without a white dude in the middle of it?
It's
Couldn't
a good
possibly.
question.
Couldn't possibly. Got him. Let's make it about Brandon.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens. So, yeah. So Brandon wants to go to the concert, but he's like, "Hey, Jimbo, can you give me some tickets?" And Jim's like, "Probably." Um, and so he gets him the 2 tickets, and he's like, "Hey, Kel, want to go to this concert?" She's like, "I have to go to this concert. Wah, wah, I'm so pretty.
But I've got to study.
I want to study abnormal psych and not be pretty at a concert."
I just want to be a normal girl, a normal
I know.
student. Ugh.
With my glass to look at my pictures 100 times. Um, yeah, Kelly's going to the concert as part of the modeling scene. And Steve has this idea to look, Steve invents the co-branded pop-up bar experience this episode. It is amazing. Like if he just did this, like if Steve settled on this, he probably could have like found success. Because this is an idea that has been proven to work over the last 35 years. He wanted to do something with the Rolling Stones, a voodoo lounge experience that could be done across the country. I mean, this is, you know what this is called? It makes me sad that I know this. It's an activation.
What?
That's what it's called. When you're at like a trade show, or you're at a con, or you're at a big public event, and they've got a big branded experience for you to go and whatever the fuck. Uh this Voodoo Lounge thing is an activation, and it makes me want to vomit that I know that marketing stuff, but I do marketing. Not this kind, but that's what it is.
This
So
should
Steve
tell you
basically invents it.
I you're telling me what Steve said and did, and I realize now I'm pretty sure I just tune him out now.
Well, that's fair.
Everything he talked about this episode, I was just like, ugh,
Yeah.
you're making
I
me
mean,
ugh.
like, not only did uh, like I hosted a 90210 trivia night at a 90210 pop-up bar.
What?
So, yeah, there was a 90210 pop-up bar here in Chicago pre-COVID. It was right before Luke died. Is when it
Oh,
happened.
okay.
Is when they did this. And a friend of mine, Leanne, was like, "Hey, this thing is happening. I'm going to host a trivia night. You should come to it." And I was like, "Can I help with it instead of come to it?" And so like she and I wrote the questions, and
Oh,
we ran the
Lord.
trivia night contest. It was a lot. We did it like 4 or 5 times.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. And I mean, it was, it by the end of it, it was like, it had sort of run its course. And then they unpop up to the 90210 of the pop-up bar. But it was so fun. Like, even though no idea why, the only DVD they put in was like season 9. I was like, what is happening? Why is it on why is there so much Matt Durning? Turning at law. Eventually, Leslie, there's gonna be a white lawyer on this show. So I
Boo!
know. So Brandon couldn't hire him for these purposes.
I only want Jesse.
I know. So boy, we went far afield. Pop-up bar.
Shocker.
I know. Well, so Steve is trying to do this pop-up bar with the Rolling Stones, and he's got an in, like him and Rush, they're cooking up some deals. And so he's going to meet this Claudette lady at the Stones concert, or they're going to have lunch, and then that gets canceled um, because Willie took a message from people calling from the keg house to deliver a message to Steve. Um, okay. Shouts to Willie, though, getting lots of lines this episode.
Yeah.
And one of them was awesome, and when we get to it. Um, and but Rush is like, hey, you do this with this Claudette lady. She'll get you into the concert probably. And but also I am not working on this Peach Pit After Dark idea if Dylan is involved. So you need to just kick him out. And Steve's trying to get Nat to do this, and Nat's like, don't be a dick about it. Let's just go visit Dylan. We're gonna do it anyway. And so they do that, and Dylan's like, fine, I'm so out. Like it's maybe the healthiest decision I've ever seen Dylan make. He's like, no, it's good. Just get out. You here, sign it away.
Done working, done spending money ever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and like heal. I'm gonna get a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Dylan seems to have his head screwed on straight. Steve brings him a hat that Jim, merch. So Dylan has a Rolling Stones hat that he's gonna wear now. And because usually when Dylan wears a hat, it's because he's a little kid and his dad died. But remember the flashback? Yeah. There's a baseball hat involved. So you can picture it in your head. I know you can. You're sad. You're a little sad that you remember it that well that you can picture that baseball hat in your head, but you can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Dylan's sort of explaining how this place is going to work with the shouting therapy and whatnot. And Nat says AA in the weirdest way possible. Did you
Oh, I missed
notice
it.
this? He was like, Dylan's talking about, hey, therapy starts tonight. And Nat, his line reading is like super weird. He's like, you did therapy already once in AA. Like, like it's not quite like that, but it's weird the way he hits the emphasis in the sentence. It's just it's like he's never seen those words before.
Happens.
It stuck out because Nat is always so Nat, but it was like he was saying it in the same tone of voice as the just give me some truth. Like the shouting at Dylan. Like he's like, I think I'm supposed to shout at you but maybe I'm not. Because the rehab, it's not. I don't know. It's like he
Loud
couldn't.
noises.
Kinda. Yeah. And Dylan's like, nah, I'm committed. Both, in both ways. You mean that word? And I'm here to do it. And he's like, Willie, what's up, my man? And Willie's like, I feel bad for you, Dylan. You just keep screwing up.
I know. I was like, damn, Willie.
Willie
little harsh
is all
there.
of us. No, Willie is all of us. He's like,
I mean,
it's nice that there's someone on this show who's just like, you are a clown. Like, just calling him out.
Your problems are sad.
Right. I mean, you did almost drive off a cliff, but don't do that. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Here's how you don't do that. And I'm quoting the mom from Almost Famous. Don't take drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it
mother.
really would help. It would really help.
Yeah.
So shouts to Willie for just saying what needed to be said. Just glorious.
I feel like they only gave him that because they either noted the actor was in the scene and they were like, oh, I should probably give him a line. What do you think Willie would say? That's great. Perfect.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I
don't know because Willie gets more to do. Like, like there's a whole episode, the Squash It episode that is about Willie's nephew, Jawan.
Holy shit. Wait,
yeah,
we had Deshaun and we're going to get Jawan.
Jawan, that's right. Mm-hmm. Both of the names.
Okay.
That you can use when you have black characters.
I keep hearing Deshaun out in the real world now, and I'm like lighting up like a firecracker.
That's right. Well, it's because he's grew up in Texas all of his life, and he's never once heard of the Texas dip.
I know. Bless
God
him.
bless.
Did I
God
tell you
bless
I
the
looked
child.
that up and it's a real thing?
I'm not surprised. Does it look the way it did when she did it? Like, is there a bat cave?
Not a bat cave. But it looks like what she did, and I'm
Okay.
astonished.
Look,
Texas, are you okay?
no,
Write in and let us know.
no, Texas is not okay.
They
Lots of
could be
problems.
now.
You never know. Um, so let's see, where were we? Before the Texas dip
Willie
into
left
Dylan.
rehab.
Willie. Oh yeah, Willie and yeah. So and then Val comes to rehab to visit Dylan. Um, maybe she's the one who gives him the hat. She's the one who gives him the hat. Steve doesn't know. Steve's
Yeah,
not
she
that
was there
helpful.
earlier.
Yeah. And they kind of break up, which is good. You know, like neither one of them is like super salty about it. It's like Dylan's like, I need to do this by myself, and she's like, agreed. Um, you know, I got my own trauma to deal with. I don't need yours. And Ray sneaks Donna in as a worker man. They're gonna sell merch at the Rolling Stones concert, so they get in for free. And then they get there, and Steve can't get in because Claudia didn't put his name on the list, and then he gets pickpocketed and he's stuck outside. And David and Claire spend the episode being real dicks about the Rolling Stones, especially
Yeah.
Claire.
Oh my
Um,
god, they were annoying.
yeah. Claire invented online trolling.
She really did.
Yeah, she came out the gate hard. She's like, "No," and Dave was like, "They're gonna jump on you." She's like, "I fucking know. Let's go."
It was chilling. Oh my
She's like a sociopath.
Yeah, I'm worried for Claire. I liked her at first, even though she was, crazy sex
Mhm.
maniac after Brandon, and now she's I don't know, she just says crazy shit like
She does.
journalism and terrorism, it's the same thing. What?
Yeah, it's like the writers are trying to figure her out, so they just keep giving her nonsense to say.
They write down the craziest shit and then they just put it in a fishbowl, and then each week they pull out a few
Uh-huh.
phrases and they're like, "Give them all to Claire."
Yeah, it's like, okay, so this is a good exercise. So, um, the first one we pull out is snores unless she sleeps with a rubber doll.
Yes.
Good, we used that one. Then we've got um uh boyfriend handcuff, go to dinner with my dad and a movie while he's bed handcuffed to my bed. We did that one. Then do the make a sex tape with my boyfriend and have it end up in my roommate's dad's house where he's the only one who watched it, and now Donna has to take him sex tapes.
Uh,
Okay.
Also, let's go look for aliens and then also
Yes.
do it.
Alien sex, strawberry ice cream. Um, hates the Rolling Stones, invents online trolling, goes to the Rolling Stones anyway. Are we missing any Claire storylines? Because those are all insane. I never thought about it,
I mean,
but
the
they're all
journalism and
nuts.
terrorism remark, uh, again,
Yeah.
I won't forget that.
No, but I don't remember what episode that. Oh,
That
Claire's
was
the guy who introduced Claire's parents
the
is a
butcher.
war criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Claire has some weird shit to do this year.
She sure does.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe it's not her fault. Like
No, I don't think it is, but it's
the
wild.
world is doing some things to Claire. I've never given this much thought to Claire in my life. Like now my mind's a little bit blown by the whole Claire experience.
Well, as a fellow short-haired brunette, I'm here to keep us on task about the people who really matter.
I love Claire, but I've never thought this deeply about how bizarre her first half a season was.
Yeah.
Um, wow. All right. And so she and David are going to go to the concert because Mel has tickets, but then Mel flakes because it's fucking Mel.
Yeah.
And then like a stranger offers to sell them tickets for like $0 or whatever.
Which was never gonna be a good idea, but in the interest of time, it worked out.
It's fine. It worked. Um, and everybody ends up inside the show. Everybody ends up singing and dancing to Mick and Keith. Um, everybody's having a good old time. End of
Yep.
episode. Like, not a whole lot happens, but they do a lot.
Thank goodness they got through last week.
Yep. I know. Oh, and Brandon is president now because Jesse comes up with a really good argument.
Does he?
Yeah, I think if you're looking to set a precedent, this is a perfectly fine loophole.
All right.
Like it's like here's why I'm good with it, because it's like every like old Perry Mason episode where like at the last minute somebody says something and the attorney goes, solved it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how those shows work. And if it's a plausible explanation that they actually set up, which they did, like I've pointed it out all along that Brandon is calling these meetings into into session and closing them out and all that. I was pointing it out all along. So they've been like seeding this story. And so they pay it off and you're like, oh, that's why all that was happening. Good job. Solved the problem.
It's got nothing on Legally Blonde when she realizes, like, you got a perm, but you said you took a shower right after?
Same fucking thing. It's the same exact thing. It
I
is.
guess so.
It's the same thing. And it's the same thing as the end of My Cousin Vinny, which we're going to watch on Friday.
Woohoo!
It's like he sees the thing. And the mystery is solved. It's the way great courtroom dramas are done. So, I love
It's
that
like
they
in
did it.
Scooby-Doo when you meet a stranger and you realize it's gonna be them.
Right. And also, it's a real estate scam. Everything in
In
Scooby-Doo was a real estate scam. It was all land grabs, one episode after another.
in Nancy Drew, it's a will. It's
Mhm.
yeah, it's a lot of things.
Yeah. Can't believe you read these books, Dad. They're all about smugglers and pirates. Not this one, Lisa. It's called The Pirates of Smuggler's Cove. So great. So what was this episode really about?
It's only rock and roll, but it makes you horny. It makes you wanna
Okay.
do drugs.
Mhm.
It inflates your ego. It makes you cut study time and,
Yeah.
makes you fight.
Yeah, it does. That's the other thing we sort of forgot when I'm in my rambling recap is that Dylan wears the hat to group therapy and it freaks Charlie the fuck out, who gets like real aggro, and then they like now they're best friends.
And they learn the word trigger.
Yeah. And Dylan gives Charlie the hat. Yeah, Charlie's a dick. Real aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the I don't know. I feel like everyone goes to pretty long lengths to get to this concert, even though none of them, like the only one who pretends to be a Rolling Stones fan is Brandon.
Of the kids, anyway.
Yeah, of the kids. Yeah, Jim's like, nope, I'm just going to listen to it here and Jim, I hear you. Sometimes
Yep.
you just don't want to fucking deal with the crowds.
Hi.
Yeah, I look, I'm older now than Jim was when he made this decision, but fully support it. Like, although last summer I did go see the Rolling Stones. So, and this summer I went and saw Paul McCartney, and all those things, man, they're a lot.
I was
Like,
gonna say, I would love to get to a place where eventually I know I can go to a concert and have a good time because, like, listen, I wanted to throw my life savings, whatever, my whole life investments away for an Eras Tour ticket.
mm,
Um, honestly, mental health got in the way of that more. I was like, I will be anxious the whole time. I will hate the screaming. I will not
yeah,
have fun. I don't want to lose my voice ever. This will not
Sure.
be fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I continually make myself make the decision to go do the things, but man, I get it, Jimbo. Like,
I
I'm,
bailed on a Beyonce concert once. That's
oh,
nuts.
that is nuts.
Anxiety won.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Um, but like, oh, Ray likes the Rolling Stones. Donna's like,
Yes.
the Rolling what?
Who?
Um,
No,
what
wait.
do
We
they
have to.
sing?
Who?
Yeah, Donna is she's the girl who doesn't know the Rolling Stones. Kelly is the girl who does not care. She has other things she'd rather be doing. Claire is there to shit on things, but also because I think Claire's is being a poser a little bit with her
Absolutely.
hatred of the Rolling Stones. She's pretending that she thinks they're lame because she thinks that the people that she thinks are cool would think they're lame.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're lame, Claire.
Lame stain.
That's right. Down and hagged. That's what Val is. She didn't care. She cares so little she's gonna study.
Because the
Um,
rock and roll would make her want to do drugs and have sex.
that's right. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll to go together.
And Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah! Angry. Charlie was very mad. Here's what I think this episode is really about. I think it's about exploiting loopholes.
Okay.
How many ways can people get into a concert for free? It's ridiculous. Like, be a model, you can get in, loophole. Like, have merch people as your client so that you can get free tickets to give to your kids. That's one way that'll do it. Sell the merch, like be a worker man.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Done
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah. Have a business meeting with one of the reps of the band because your dad is rich and made some connections for you. That works. No Mel Silver DDS. That could get you in if Mel shows up. Or have some rando offer to sell you cheap tickets, like after the show's already started. No one paid face value for this concert. No one paid 3 times face value on the secondary market. No one went to they did go to a scalper, but they after the show had started. Steve considered buying from a scalper, but Ray's like, nah, come on in for free. I know people. Here, wear this outfit.
Yep.
And but it's just like a one loophole after another. Like so no one bought a ticket. No one fucking lunatic children. And the other big loophole of the episode is Brandon gets to stay president because he held meetings that no one came to. Like that is exploiting the biggest loophole you could find, counselor.
Yep.
Congratulations, Jesse.
Next thing I think this episode is about is we all need someone to lean on.
Okay.
Brandon needs Jesse
Mm-hmm. And
for legal
Andrea. She
counsel.
knows who the judges are.
That's true. That's true.
That was a feminist. You can tell because her hair's short.
And she dissented.
Stick it
Let
to the
the
man.
record know I dissented. It's like, really? Okay.
Yeah, she wanted it known.
Steve needs Donna and Kelly to get in. Steve just needs people to lean on because he can't do anything on his own.
And he has to lean on Rush for the limo.
Yeah.
So
Dylan, he needs his friends and fellow addicts in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though Charlie is a dick, he probably will learn something from him and vice versa. Because Charlie is desperate. Charlie needs Dylan to lean on.
That's right. He does. He needs that hat.
He needs that sweet, sweet music.
Give me that hat.
God damn it, I need it.
I can't even have the sex unless you're interested, Dylan.
You have 2 hands.
That's right.
2 feet.
Hello. Um,
It's a thing.
it sure it is. Um, I think this episode is about inventing the future again, because Steve invented the branded pop-up bar activation, and Claire invented being an online troll. Like, I can't believe how much of 2026 was created in this one episode of Beverly Hills 90210 featuring the Rolling Stones.
It's like when you first told me that 90210 predicted the internet, of course I laughed because you're funny and wild and have all these crazy notions.
Right.
And now I'm seeing it,
It's weird,
and
right?
it's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten Claire being such a shithead. And,
Why
like,
do we have
intentionally going after people.
why do we have the future 90210 predicted and not Star Trek?
I know. Oh, how did you like the dial-up sound and the Delphi internet? Like, I loved how she's like, "We got on using Delphi."
I I heard that noise and was just like, "Oh, I'm a preteen again."
Something very slow's about to happen.
You
Yep.
know, the only annoying thing about it was, when I was eventually trying to call a friend, or then if I'm on AOL and someone's like, Leslie, get off the computer. And I'm like, but I'm talking to my crush.
That's right. Gosh,
Oh,
idiot.
oh, gross. I'm talking to girls all day, Napoleon.
Wow. I was able to stretch that. I was pretty happy with that
It
exhale.
was great.
Yeah.
I didn't take enough
Um,
of an inhale.
yeah. I always big deep breath. um, I think this is episode is also about how the clothes make the man.
Oh,
For example, Rolling Stones hat. It makes Dylan, it makes
a
Charlie, it
dick.
makes all of it happen. Um, does Alex own multiple jean jackets, or does he only wear that one everywhere he goes?
I hope he has 5 of the same jacket.
I kind of do too. Like, just like a Superman wardrobe, like just same every day, like Steve Jobs in the black turtleneck.
Yeah.
But for him, it's a denim jacket. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Impeachment wore denim,
Oh
and
my
that would be
god.
it's an awesome name for a terrible noir.
I like
The
it. Let's write it.
impeachment wore denim.
It also makes me think of, in Spider-Man 2 when he opens his closet and it's just there's a suit and there's his Spider-Man suit.
Right. Yeah. You have to have two things to wear. I like it. Um, what else do you think this episode might really have been about?
Kids are different today.
You think?
Yeah. Claire and David are online trolling.
Mhm.
Uh, Everyone, all these kids hear about an opportunity to go see the Rolling Stones and they're all like, "Oh, midterms."
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Even I would have known that was a big fucking deal as a teen. And
Mhm.
I had only heard a few of their songs until a few days ago, and now I've listened to quite a few more.
Ah.
Um, because I
So wait,
researched.
so you're new to the Rolling Stones?
I am oddly enough. Like
Okay.
again, I'd
What do you
I'd
think? Where are
heard
you at with it?
I like them. I don't I'm not, I'm in such a loving Beatles mode, and like of
Yeah.
course you can love more than one band and they would certainly tell you like no, love the others too. Um In reading some of their lyrics and, like, reading about them a little bit, they're cool because I like that they're edgier.
Mhm.
Like, hearing the different sides of rock and roll is
Mhm.
fascinating, and,
Mhm.
like, hearing them makes more sense to me how rock and roll evolves.
Mhm. Sure.
Um, at least the stuff that I eventually listened to, like,
Mhm.
I feel like that's how we start to get a blend of punk rock.
Sure. Yeah. Punk
Maybe.
punk comes out of, I mean, yeah, in some ways, yeah. Um, the I mean, it's super reductive, but there's a little bit of truth to, like, the Beatles saying "She Loves You," yeah, 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 and the Rolling Stones saying "I can't get no satisfaction, no, no, no." Like,
Yeah.
they are opposites, you know? Like, the Beatles were much more influenced by, like, early rock and roll, Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis and the girl groups, Motown, like, all of that kinda stuff, and then later Dylan. The Stones were a blues band. Like,
Yeah.
that was their origin, and they, in London and Liverpool, different cities, different vibes, different aspects, but they were friends. Like, there was,
Yeah.
this idea that there was this competition, but, like, the Beatles wrote the Rolling Stones' first hit song.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I wanna be your man was, the Stones hadn't written a song yet, and they asked, "Hey, you guys have anything?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, here you go." Um, and it was, the Stones had a big hit with it, and the Beatles recorded it too, and their version's great also. Um, and then John, went on the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus, which was, this weird little circus show they did
Mm,
that had in, like, 1968, right around the time of the White Album, because John, plays Your Blues,
mm.
um, for, I think, the only time live, and he plays it with Keith Richards, Eric Clapton's drummer, and, uh, shit, no, it's Jimi Hendrix's drummer, Clapton, and Keith Richards. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it's like this little super group. They call themselves the Dirty Mac. Um,
Nice.
but it so, like, they were all buddies. Um, but they would, let it be, let it bleed.
Well
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, on Her Satanic Majesty's, like,
well,
they
and,
did
like,
those things.
all of the peace and love stuff that the Beatles were writing, and then you get "War is just a shot away."
Right. Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, I'm interested in exploring them more because, I tend to be a darker beast. I try to listen to the lighter and happier things to
Mhm.
affect my mood. I
I
am who
I
I am.
recommend watching Gimme Shelter, the documentary on Altamont.
Oh.
It's
Yes,
really
you've
interesting.
mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's super dark, the shit that happens there, but 100% worth watching. Um, I think one of the things this episode I wanna talk to you about the Rolling Stones some more, but we should, go back to the episode.
Alright.
Um, I think this episode might really be about being a big dick. Because Jesus Christ, Charlie and Claire, the
Yeah.
fuck why are you guys so aggro?
No kidding. Charlie Charlie at least has an excuse. Claire's
Right.
just bored.
I
She's
kinda,
just bored, and she might be a bit of a sociopath.
uh, I
Because
the glee
if
that she
you
takes in
yeah,
winding up the internet is a
if
lot.
you delight in angering people, you're a problem.
Uh-huh.
Please see a therapist. You're a
Yeah.
problem. There's nothing delightful about upsetting other people,
No, it's bad news.
especially when you're saying when you're calling them names, when you're, dissing the
Yeah.
thing that they love and that
Right.
that you're clearly also interested in.
Mhm. Yeah,
Stupid fucking kid.
I know. But in Claire's defense, she's had a weird fucking year. Like,
Yeah,
just
the guy who put her parents together died.
well, he also, was a war criminal.
Yeah. She's
Like,
she's real traumatized. Now it's Claire's trauma we've gotta
now it's
watch.
Claire's trauma. There's a lot happening.
Jesus. These
I
brunettes and
know.
their trauma, they really fuck shit up.
They really do. Speaking of trauma, Val's trauma response this episode involves visiting Dylan. Um, making the rash decision to give up all of her vices at once, probably going to go fine. I mean, the sex thing, she's like not so sold on. She's probably going to get back on the horse there, but, um, you know, no more weed, Val, please.
Please.
Um, her trauma response made her ask Dylan to not tell anybody that she was there when he didn't. Why you want to live in a lie, Val?
Well, and like, I don't know why you're making this a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like you're making this a bigger thing than it need be. Like, of course, I really don't know why it would be anyone's business because I don't think she could have done anything.
Right.
I don't think she could
Yeah.
have done anything. I don't think the knowledge, if she had immediately gone to the Walshes and said, like, I was just a Dylan's, I don't think they could have done anything. He was still going to get in a wreck.
Right. But and that's not even, I don't think, what it's about. I think she's trying to like still have people think that she's a good girl voice.
Oh, God, stop.
I know. I know. It's a weird trauma response she's having.
Yeah.
Um, it caused her to either get dumped or, you can't fire me, I quit.
They
Um,
they consciously uncoupled.
they did. They consciously uncoupled. Um, and her trauma response was, I'm gonna stay home and study on a Friday night, cock block Jim and Cindy.
Nah, they still did it. They were just like, "Damn it, now we have to be quiet."
I know. Or turn the music up louder.
They were so cute. I loved them.
I know. It is fun. Jim and Cindy trying to get down. Um, anything else that the episode might really be about?
I'll just throw this last one out there for kicks
All
and
right.
giggles. Uh, glad to be alive and kicking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Dylan.
Dylan, Brandon, now that he's gonna be president and change everything about CU, kicking out Alex.
That's right.
Um, this
But
was
not
president
Janice.
to you.
That's right. Eat it.
Who else is
Suck
glad
on
to
it,
be alive and
Alex.
kicking? Probably Jim and Cindy. You know, they're
Yeah. Jim's reliving his youth
yeah.
with his chick. And Cindy says that something is bad twice in this episode.
You're bad.
You're bad.
You're
That's
bad.
bad.
That
Cindy's
must be
feeling
how it
saucy.
sounded in that class one time when I said on fleek.
Oh yeah. You had to talk about somebody's eyebrows.
No.
That's the weirdest thing. That's what that apparently the whole etymology of that word is
No.
eyebrow related.
No, I know, but like
It's weird.
had no knowledge. I was just using it the way that I thought other people did, and then they politely told me, "Don't ever say that again." And I went, "Noted."
And you're like, I'm gonna say it twice.
And now I'm not into slang.
I love ruining slang. It's the best.
I'll say it ironically, or like honestly, I have more fun just sounding like I'm from a different era and confusing people because look,
Sure.
we know how I present.
Yeah.
Just gonna lean into it.
Like a square. Four
Yep.
corners, man. L7 square. That's a
Hey,
rectangle.
it's hip to be a square.
Oh, okay, it's hip to be square, not a square, but that's fine. Whatever. Look, if you're gonna quote
Damn
Huey
it!
Lewis in this house, young lady, we quote Huey Lewis accurately.
Why do I only embarrass myself in front of you this week? Good grief.
It's hip to be a square.
It sounded that way on Sesame Street.
Maybe they did that on Sesame Street. I don't know.
think that's how they sing it
probably
on
did.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, because they were probably doing it about shapes.
Yeah, and a square really is singing it. It's not my fault.
No, that's fine. You were just making I mean, the fact that that's the only reference you have to that song, it's fine. It's Huey Lewis. Like it, you know, I was having this discussion the other day with Adam. Like and I think this was his point, and I agree with it. If you tell me that you don't like Huey Lewis in the News, I'm probably not going to like you. But if you tell me that Huey Lewis in the News is your favorite band, I'm also going to think you're a little nuts. You know what I mean? Like Huey Lewis they've got a lot of great songs, but they're your favorite? Really?
I want to meet your friends.
Okay.
They
That's
sound
strange. Fun. Yeah. So Huey Lewis is great. But your favorite? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the one Huey. There might be others, but that's the only one I have in my arsenal.
Um, that's the power of love.
Oh my
From Back to the Future.
god.
Yeah. I'm afraid you're just too darn loud. That was Huey Lewis.
I really wish my brain worked better, but I push it too hard.
Yeah, this is real hard. The things that my brain's doing right
No,
now. It's hard to
I
control it.
you know what I mean. Listen, I just finished the Tao of Pooh, and of course the last
Oh.
thing is about like do nothing. And I'm
Mhm.
like
Yeah, read it again. Go back and read it again.
no, I
It's great.
absolutely will. I was like, great, I
Yeah.
finished that and now I need and then of course I read about the
The Day of
backseat.
Piglet. Oh.
No,
Oh, the Busy
the
Backson?
Busy Baxton. Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
reread that because I was like, that's his favorite. And
It I don't know what one's my favorite, but I do like the Busy Backson. Um, yeah, the book's great.
I've earmarked
Um,
some pages.
nice. Yeah, I think it's one of those books you go back and read it and read it and read it, and you like pick up little different things because just hits you. The thing that hits you at a different time. Um, yeah, it's great. I love it. Um, I feel like that we were going someplace, but then we went somewhere else. Um, what did this make you nostalgic for?
A few things. I've probably already talked about this on here, but I ushered all through college.
Ah,
That's at not even just the theater department building, but also at the IU auditorium, which is where all
mm-hmm,
the Broadway national tours would come through, and then, comedians,
mm-hmm,
musicians. So
mm-hmm.
like I saw Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I saw Ben Folds, Robin Williams.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, oh.
yeah, way in the nosebleeds, but
It
I
doesn't
saw
matter.
him.
You could still pick up the movements.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's not small.
No. Um, there were many, 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 many others, but those are obviously the ones that like mean the most. Wait, oh, I also saw Paul Simon. What am I saying?
Hey,
Um,
very cool.
yeah, a lot of very important uh experiences I got to have because I ushered and I loved it.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but I mean, we already also hinted at the other one, which was hearing the dial up.
Oh, sure.
That is the first. I think that might be one of the first, not the first time, but like outside of being a baby and like making your parents laugh that way. But like I made my mom laugh when I
N-
would imitate the dial up.
Nice,
She thought that was hysterical. And listen, if you can make my mom or sister laugh, it's great. It's a
nice.
great feeling.
Um, you're not gonna bring that up and then not make the noise, are you?
I'm not gonna do that.
What? What? This podcast is bullshit.
I haven't made that noise in years, and it's not on my resume. So
You freshman prick teases. That is
I
not okay.
it's funny. I have on my resume like other weird sounds I can make, and I guess I should list that one too, but I should probably practice it first. I
Probably.
mean, it's stupid. Sure, I'll do it, but it's going to be loud.
All right, go ahead.
It's
Well,
just
lean
like
back from the microphone. There, good. Thank God. Oh, I was worried that we were gonna commit like the partiest of fouls.
again, not my best work, cheese meisters, but someday you'll hear my R2D2.
But if you don't, I mean, if you tease the dial-up sound and then you don't make it, that's poor form. Um, oddly, my nostalgia corner is also the IU auditorium. Um, I saw among the shows I saw in the IU auditorium, I saw the Counting Crows, uh,
Mm,
and Fiona Apple opened for them. Like it was her, like right when her first thing came out.
wow.
I saw a phenomenal Harry Connick Jr. concert. Um, for his Star Turtle album when he was doing like the jazz funk stuff.
Yeah.
So fucking fun. I saw Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds there twice. Um,
Wow.
I saw Gorbachev. How about that? Yeah.
What?
Gorbachev came to town. Um, I saw the Indigo Girls a couple of times,
Ooh.
and one of the Indigo Girls concerts that I went to uh, is a great scalping success for me. So I'm standing. I've got tickets, and we're waiting for a couple people to get there because I've got the tickets and I can't go in, and then they can't get in, so I'm waiting. And there's the scalper person over there who's like, "Who got tickets? Who got tickets? Well, tickets for sale." Doing the whole thing. And over here, there's these two women who are like trying to sell two tickets. And they're not trying very hard, but they're like getting frustrated. And I'm like, that guy right there will buy your tickets. Like, he'll do it. Like, I've heard him. Like, he says it a lot. And they're over here like, who wants tickets? And he's like, who got tickets? And then these two women just put the tickets on the ground and walked in. And so I picked them up. I turned around to this guy and I said, you want to buy two tickets?
Oh my god.
I made like $40 just like watching these two women give up. And I didn't walk more than 6 feet.
Wow.
It was amazing. I was like, this is what happens when you pay attention, everybody.
Why
He's
would
like,
you just
watch
set
the
the
world
tickets on
around
the
you and you can
ground?
make $40.
That area is not vast. All they had
No,
to do was look around.
they were like on the third step. And this
Oh
guy was
boy.
down on the curb. Like
Oh good.
he was about 10 feet closer to Showalter Fountain than they were.
Okay.
And I made $40.
They
So
their heart wasn't in it. I'm glad you got that $40.
I felt really good about it. And then I got to go inside and watch the Indigo Girls, and they're pretty great. So
Nice.
yeah. All right. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
It's Claire. How dare you
I know.
start online trolling? How dare you contribute to online terrorism? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yep. Yeah. This is mostly your fault now.
How
Everything that's
bored it
happened.
is your fault.
Yeah. Yep. Just like Klosterman blames John Cusack as Lloyd Dobler, I blame Claire. Same kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's fully reasonable. I'm going with Charlie, and not because he yelled at Dylan. Um, I think Charlie is the worst person because he thinks it's his job to be a dick.
Yes.
Like, he's not just reacting to Dylan's hat. He's like, I give everybody the shit when they walk through the door. I'm like, well, don't make people's lives harder, fuckface.
We're
Like,
already in rehab.
right. We don't need you being an asshole because you think it's your role. Don't be a
Yeah.
dick.
You're not helping me get over a need for things to calm me down or distract
Right.
me any better.
Yeah, you're just giving me a different problem to solve. Ugh. Thanks,
Ugh,
Charlie. Have a hat.
fucker.
What a dickhole.
You know what Dylan should have done? He should have punched a hole in the hat and then given it to
Oh,
him.
Mr. Banks. That's the rudest thing you can do to an early 19th century British banker is punch his hat out. I never understood that. But apparently.
I didn't either until watching it as an adult. I'm like, oh, this is an insult.
It's an insult, but it's a weird insult. And the second half of that movie is not good.
Well,
You know.
okay, I
Like,
won't hear any blaspheme about Mary Poppins.
look, it's
'Cause
great.
that's a dream role.
I know. I mean, I love Mary Poppins, but it's a little bit like Stripes. Like, the first half of it's really, really good. The second half of it, I don't know. Like, after they come back from the having a jolly holiday and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, after that, it's like, why is there so much banking? Like, that bank place is scary, and then the tuppence a bag lady, that's sad. Like, come on. We
I
were
mean,
spot You
I
know?
I I will agree that, like, after having lived in New York vicinity for, like, the last 4.5 years, I now consider people feeding birds to be the true terrorists.
Uh-huh. Pigeons are the
Because
worst.
oh my god, that's horrifying.
Die rats.
I can't walk through it. If I see a bunch of them, I'm just like,
Yep, you win, pigeons.
"You win!" And they
Yep.
know I hate them, Jeff. There's been an APB put out.
Oh, they know. They tell about it. They talk about
All
it.
pigeons bully.
That's right. All pigeons bully Leslie. Mm. How that works. Yeah.
And they
No,
like to
pigeons are
fly
assholes.
right over you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, pigeons suck.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. The second half of that movie, whatever. Um, all right. We have once again gone far afield, but I think we did it.
We did it.
All right. So join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters, when we are going to because of the genius courtroom antics of one Jesse Vasquez, almost lawyer, we are going to watch My Cousin Vinny, which is a fucking masterpiece. I mean,
Hope you're ready for
well,
me to do a New York accent the whole time.
oh yeah, famous for your how's your Chinese food. Um, this we'll discuss this in greater length, but uh, My Cousin Vinny is the perfect Saturday afternoon TBS movie.
Nice.
It is like if you're flipping through TBS on a Saturday afternoon and My Cousin Vinny's on, I ain't changing the channel. I'm
Yeah.
in for the rest of the movie. I don't care what part of this movie it is. I'm watching the whole goddamn thing, and I'm gonna love it every single time.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, we're gonna watch My Cousin Vinny, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then next week, Cheesemeisters, join us when we talk about season 5, episode 13, Up in Flames, where nothing interesting happens at all.
Oh dear. Oh
Mhm.
no. The After Dark catches fire.
I guess we'll see. Um,
Slash the rug store. No, not his rugs. He's been trying
not
to
the
sell them for
rugs.
not the rugs.
No. Um, Cheesemeister, she don't even know. That's all there is to it.
Oh
Um,
man.
yep.
Damn
Might as
it.
well log off and watch it right now.
Oh
Um,
my god, what?
a few things. So until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye?
Bye.